Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Myself, Ariba Shafi from the Department of Civil Engineering, Islamic University of Science and Technology, and I have been assigned the course of Water Supply and Sanitary Engineering. The course has been introduced at the 5th semester level, and the course code is CE503T. There are 4 credits assigned to this course. Now, before starting with the unit wise discussion of the course, it's very important for you to know why is this course introduced in your syllabus. As you know, water is the basic requirement of every individual, and the adequate quantity of water should be available in every household. Although Earth is a planet with plenty of water, but this plenty of water, it doesn't come to the taps of your house by itself. It's made available to you by a well designed water supply system. This water supply system is planned, designed, and then built in such a way that every person gets enough quantity of water. All this is to be done by a civil engineer. You have to study the path of water from the source to your homes, how the water is purified in the treatment plant, then stored in the service reservoir, finally, how the water goes to the distribution system and how it is distributed to every household. What is the use of pumps, valves, and pipelines? You have to study all this in the later lectures. Now, what is the need of a water supply system? As I said, every person should get the enough quantity of water required. Moreover, the water supplied should be pure and wholesome. The water that is fit for drinking is called potable water. The impurities in water may cause serious harm to the health of people and result in various waterborne diseases. So, the pure water is required to be supplied to every household. Now, what are the various components of a public water supply system? First, you have to find out the quantity of water required by a town or a city for which you are designing a water supply system. Or, in other words, we can say the water demand and consumption of a town for present as well as future population is to be determined. This is done by population forecasting methods. You will study it later. Next, a reliable source of water is required. The source from which you can get enough quantity of water that would satisfy the needs of every individual throughout the year. Next, the quality of water is to be determined. The water that is to be supplied to public should be safe, so various tests are performed to find out various physical and chemical characteristics of water and the impurities present in it. Then the purification of water is to be done in the water treatment plant. Here the water undergoes various operations like sedimentation, filtration, disinfection, water softening, etc. Finally, the purified water goes to the distribution system. The water is distributed to every house by various pipelines. Now, all these components of a water supply system would be explained in detail in the coming lectures. Here is the flow diagram for a path of water in the water supply system. The water from the source goes to the treatment plant. The sources of water can be classified as surface source or subsurface source. The surface source can be rivers, ponds, lakes, streams, etc. And the subsurface sources can be wells, springs, etc. After treatment plant, water is stored in the service reservoir where from it goes to the distribution system. Now, the syllabus of your course consists of 5 units. Unit 1 Water Quality, Unit 2 Water Consumption and Water Distribution, Unit 3 Treatment Process, Unit 4 miscellaneous treatment, and Unit 5 sanitation. Now, starting with the first unit, that is water quality. In this unit, you will study about the analysis of water, which includes physical analysis and chemical analysis. In physical analysis, the physical characteristics of water are determined, and in chemical analysis, you have to determine the chemical characteristics of water. And then you will study about the water quality standards. That is, various limits are set for different characteristics of water. The physical analysis of water is done by the determination of color, taste and odor, and turbidity. These are the physical characteristics of water. Starting with the first physical characteristic, that is color. The colored water may not be harmful to human health, but its undesirable appearance creates a problem. Imagine the colored water flowing from the tap of your house. Would you like to use it? Of course not. It also destroys the clothes. So the color of water needs to be checked before supplying water to public. The color is determined by the platinum cobalt method. What is to be done in platinum cobalt method? Take 1 milligram of platinum cobalt and dissolve it in 1 liter of distilled water. It would produce some color. The color produced in water is taken as a standard color. We measure the color on the scale called platinum cobalt scale. The color produced in the solution we made is the color of 1 unit on platinum cobalt scale. Now we got the standard colored water. In order to determine the color of any water sample, what we have to do? We have to compare that water sample with the standard colored water. And this comparison is done by an instrument called tintometer. The tintometer has an eyepiece with two holes. From one hole you can see the water sample whose color is to be determined, and from the other hole you can see the standard colored water. Now comparing the two samples by visual comparison, if the color in two tubes is different, then change the standard colored water with another standard colored water having say 1 unit, 2 units or 3 units of color on platinum cobalt scale. Then repeat this until the color in both tubes is same. So the color of water sample would be equal to the known color of standard solution. However, this method can't be used in field. So for field we use other method where the properly calibrated glass color discs are used instead of standard colored water for comparison. Now for drinking water, the number of color units should be less than 5. However, it can be tolerated, but greater than 25 is not acceptable. Taste and odor. The taste can be bitter, sour, salty, or sweet, and the odor can be earthy, fishy, grassy, etc. The taste and odor in water is due to the presence of dissolved gases like hydrogen sulfide, methane, carbon dioxide, and minerals, oil, grease, etc. The taste is measured by flavor threshold test. In this test, the water sample whose taste is to be determined is mixed with taste-free water up to such an extent that the resulting mixture becomes taste-free. The taste of water is measured as flavor threshold number, that is equal to A plus B divided by A, where A it's the volume of water sample in ml and B it is the volume of taste-free water used in ml. Similarly, the odor of water is measured by threshold odor test, where the water sample is mixed with odor-free water and the threshold odor number is given by A plus B divided by A, where A It's the volume of water in ml, and B, it's the volume of odor-free water in ml. For drinking water, threshold odor number and flavor threshold number should be 1 and it should be less than 3. This was the end of the first lecture. In the next lecture, we will study about the chemical characteristics of water.